What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another player ratings. Tottenham 3, LASK Linz of Austria 0 in the first game of the Europa League group stages. It's a good game, wasn't it, last night? I mean, it was easy, does it?
Yeah, simple, routine win. We needed one of those after Sunday, so I think it was good to get the clean sheet, first clean sheet of the season, and good to get debuts on board.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get straight into it. Let's get into the player rank. Let's start off with Joe Hart. We gave him a 7. I thought he dealt with everything that came past him. 4 saves in the game. 1 really good save, diving to his right-hand side. But everything that he was called upon, he did. And apparently he was very vocal in his goal. I couldn't hear it because I wasn't listening to audio of the game last night. But I heard he was very, very vocal.
Yeah, he was, and he's a good calming influence. I thought he dealt with everything really well. A lot of times he had to come for crosses and stuff. So yeah, I thought Joe Hart was pretty good yesterday, and I thought first clean sheet of the season went to him, ironically. But I thought he played quite well, and a lot of crosses came in the box, and he was easily catching them. And yeah, I thought he did well.
All right, let's move on to Matt Dougherty. We gave him a 7. Me personally, I thought it was his best performance in a Spurs shirt, probably. He should have got an assist in the first few minutes for that cross into Vinicius. He had a part to play, and I think it was the second goal, was it? Third goal, sorry. And all in all, I thought it was a good display, defensively sound. Yeah, I got to be happy with Matt Dougherty for yesterday.
I thought it was a pretty decent performance yesterday. No mistakes. It was pretty simple a ride for him going back the other way. Didn't have too much to deal with. Going forward, I thought he found some really nice positions. He'd probably be upset he didn't really get any assists on the board. But yeah, it was a nice little ball for the third goal into Vinicius, who knocked it down into Son. And I thought he put in a decent display yesterday. It wasn't like world class, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, and also, like I said, in the first minute, it was a great cross to find Vinicius. He should have finished
he should have finished that.
Let's move on to Reggie, Sergio Regulon. We gave him an 8. I mean, this guy is improving game on game on game. He's our road runner on the left-hand side. The sheer speed he shows during the game to get up and down is absolutely amazing. The amount of duels he gets himself involved in. I mean, the guy is going to be a Premier League star, I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I mean, his run for that second goal was absolutely world-class. I think he beat about 4 or 5 players running in. Into the what's called attacking third and playing into Lamela, who played into Bale. He really is a real good outlet on that left hand side. It's so refreshing to have attacking options from both fullback areas, and I thought Regulon yesterday again showed his worth, and he really is becoming one of our top left backs.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to Ben Davies, we gave him 8, a captain on the night, and I thought he put in a real captain's performance last night. I thought defensively he was our best player last night. Well, in the defence anyway. Countless amounts of aerial duels, which you don't really associate with Ben Davies, so that was good from him. And defensively, I thought he was flawless last night, pretty much.
Yeah, I thought really, really good effort from Ben Davies. I think he's only played he's only played centre back in a 2 once before, and I remember it was at the Emirates in a Carling Cup game, and we also kept a clean sheet that night. So maybe this is a position that we might see him more often. I thought on the ball as well, he had quality. His ball into Vinicius for that first goal was really top class. I thought he was really calm and assured. It wasn't a liability at all at the back. He wasn't found wanting, didn't really make any mistakes. And I thought it was a good display. Obviously, the quality of opposition, you've got to take that into account, because when he comes up against more physical strikers in the Premier League, he might struggle. But I thought yesterday he put in a really good display.
Yeah, let's move on to Davinson Sanchez. We gave him a 7. For me, not too much of note for Davinson, but I felt that he kind of dealt with everything that came his way. But he wasn't involved too much last night.
Yeah, simple, easy night for Davinson. Didn't have too much to do. Didn't have to be on the ball too much. And I thought any defensive duties he dealt with pretty well. So pretty solid night for Davinson.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, my man of the match anyway. I gave him a 9. I thought it was an absolutely amazing display from Højbjerg last night. The way he was putting himself about, his whole performance was kind of capped off in that first half when he did 2 pirouettes to get past 2 LASK players. I mean, Jose Mourinho says, yeah, that was very nice, but don't do it again.
Yeah, they call him Zidane, they said.
Yeah, but look, I think that midfield destroyer role, he's made it his own now. I mean, that spot, he is our midfield general, and he's becoming irreplaceable at the moment.
The only thing I'd say is that one save that Joe Hart made actually did come from a Højbjerg mistake. He overran the ball and they had a shot. But other than that, he was absolutely phenomenal. And it's not, as I said before, it's not just his off the ball play, which is fantastic. It's on the ball as well. He's really showing his worth. He's a really competent passer of the ball when given time and space. He's quite accurate as well. And the amount of times he sets up attacks through passes between the lines and stuff like that, it's really fantastic. And he really is showing what a good signing he's become.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Pierre, the best Pierre in North London, best Pierre in London, never mind North London. But anyway, Harry Winks, we gave him a 7. I thought it was better from Harry Winks than the last game, but the thing is, I think that Harry Winks did kind of lose the ball in some good positions last night. But apart from that, I don't think there was too much bad to note of Harry Winks.
I thought he played quite well. I thought he was getting the ball down. Yeah, I thought he was getting the ball down quite quickly and playing it early into spaces, into dangerous positions. And I thought it was an improvement from Harry Winks. He was moving the ball quickly. He wasn't dallying on the ball, and I thought he put in an assured performance. Nothing. I think it wasn't a performance that's really going to push Lo Celso and Ndombele or anything like that, but I thought it was a pretty decent display.
Yeah. Eric Lamela, we gave him a 6. I thought Lamela, there were some good moments and some bad moments. Standard Eric Lamela performance. I think he was at his frustrating best as well at times, but which he had a hand in the first goal, was it, or the second goal for Eric Lamela. So look, I think that I want to see Lamela add more quality to his game. But it was a good display. But I don't think it's a display that's going to keep him in the team week in, week out.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought he put himself about quite well. He did his Lamela thing, pressing high, winning the ball a few times. He nearly scored a goal just after I think we went 2-0 up. He had a shot which was saved by the keeper, which he really probably should have put away. A few times he was dilly-dallying a bit too much, as usual with Eric. But I thought... I don't think he was particularly bad or anything. It was decent display from him.
He wasn't really particularly good or bad. It was just a 6.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Let's move on to Lucas Moura. We gave him an 8. I mean, this guy was everywhere on the pitch last night. The way he ran his socks off for the team, absolutely sensational. He got his goal, and now that is last 3 starts for Lucas Moura. That's 3 goals.
Yeah.
So you got to say he really is answering the kind of Gareth Bale coming into the squad or us improving our squad big time. You know, everyone's fighting for their place, and Lucas Moura is at the forefront of that. And like I said, 3 goals in his last 3 starts. You can't really ask for more.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding yesterday. I thought it really, really was outstanding. A really nice composed finish, good movement. I thought some of his first touches, there was a couple of times he brought down long balls from Joe Hart, and it was absolutely outstanding football. And there was some really, really world-class touches from Lucas. And I thought a number of times he was beating his man, being dangerous, getting into the final third, putting balls across the face of goal. He'll probably be disappointed only got 1 goal and didn't get an assist to his name as well. And I thought it was a really, really good display from Lucas, and him helping Vinicius bed in as well also goes towards him as well.
Lovely link-up between them two.
Yeah,
it really
good link-up. And I thought he played on the left-hand side. He looked at home there as well. I thought he played well.
I mean, the last 2 times he's played on the left-hand side, yesterday and against Arsenal, 2 great performances.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Gareth Bale. We gave him a 6. He remade his Spurs debut against LASK Linz last night. I thought it was a performance that you could see he wasn't really at it. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's not fully fit. He's fit, but he's not match fit. That's the main point. Every time he got the ball, he did look to take on his man. I mean, that shows there with the 4 dribbles he did. But, you can see the rustiness there. And I just can't wait until he's back to full fitness, because you can see the qualities this guy is going to bring to the team.
Yeah.
And we all know that as well. He said it as well in his post-match interview that it's just a pre-season of him, and you could see that on the pitch last night.
Yeah, I think you can see this is like pretty much been like an extended pre-season for him. I think that there were some good moments. Obviously, look, he's clearly not fully fit. Everyone can see that. He admitted that after the game. He's not fully fit. But you've got to say, even a not fully fit Gareth Bale was still a threat. He was linking up quite well with Matt Dougherty down the right-hand side a few times. Dougherty got him behind because of some clever passes from Bale. He won a few free kicks as well from clever dribbling, and he got an assist. Yeah. So all from a non-fully fit Gareth Bale, which shows the quality he's got. Once he gets going in full flight, I think he's going to be a real asset to us, and I can't wait for that to happen. It's going to take maybe another week or 2 to really get there, I think, but I think there's promising signs. It wasn't one of those displays where you're thinking, oh, he's never going to get, like, you can see it. You can see the quality there. You can see there's some things he does. You're like, oh, you like fantastic. But he's just a bit rusty. There's a few times he pass the ball into him. He's a bit loose touches and things like that, not strong enough. But I feel like once he gets back to full fitness, him and Son and Bell are going to be very, very hard to stop.
Defo. And last but not least, in the starting 11, Carlos Vinicius. We gave him an 8. I thought it was a great debut from him. 2 assists, should have got a goal in the first few minutes. It was a gilt-edged chance, to be honest. Should have polished it off. But that will come with time. I'm pretty sure of that. I mean, the guy looks like the perfect kind of, I don't want to say backup to Harry Kane, because I really think they can play together, and I think both of their strengths can kind of complement each other. And I think it's a player that we've been crying out for since Llorente left, and he's going to be better than Llorente as well. So I'm really happy with Vinicius' performances. Like I said, 2 assists, linked up with Lucas Moura really well. So yeah, I'm very happy with his performance.
Yeah, I thought he had a really good debut, put in a really good display. You can see he's a lot more mobile than Llorente and like Janssen, those kind of players. Yeah. He's a lot more physical. We've got a bit of pace about him. He's always looking to get in behind and running behind the last defender, unlike Llorente, who could never really do that. And
he's like a Llorente who can run in behind.
Pretty much. He's big, he's strong, he's tall, he can win headers and stuff. He won a few headers as well last night. He'll probably be disappointed that a number of times he was through and on goal and the pass didn't find him. I think it's just give it a bit more time, and I think you'll see once the players learn how he likes to run it behind and learn his movements, you're going to see him getting in behind a lot more than he did yesterday. And I think it was a promising debut. He wasn't perfect, but 2 assists, really good assists as well, and really promising signs. And I think he'll be happy with his night's work.
100%. Let's move on to the substitutes. Heung-min Son came on after the 62-minute mark for Gareth Bale. We gave him a 7. He got a goal. He had another chance as well, which he probably should have scored, or the clinical Sonny that we know probably should have scored anyway. But look, he provided that energy to the team that were lacking in the kind of last half an hour of the game. Like, the game was kind of swindling out of life in the second half, and Sonny came on and really added more life into that game. So I mean, the guy is just on banging form at the moment. He is just one of the best players in Europe at the moment, I believe. Yeah,
I think he really is at the moment. Every time he steps onto that pitch, he's contributing and he's decisive at the moment. This Son is an absolute world-class player, and there's no doubt why we're giving a new contract at the moment, because he's just playing out of his skin completely. 9 goals and 4 assists now this season already. We're only 5 games into the Premier League season. I think he's absolutely exceptional, and he showed yesterday as well how valuable he can be even off the bench. And I think this is exactly how Jose likes it, when the 2 wide players come off with like half an hour to go, 2 new wide players on, and they get decisive. He did that a lot with his other clubs, and that's exactly what he wants to do here, I think.
All right, Dele Alli also came on the 62nd minute for Eric Lamela. We gave him a 6. It's hard to assess Dele Alli's performance, to be honest. I think that a lot wasn't going for him, but he was putting himself about, trying to make things happen. I think he lost the ball a fair few times, but he was doing some good work as well. I mean, his endeavour and his kind of will to try and win the ball and make stuff happen was there, but I don't think much was coming off for him.
I actually think he had a pretty decent cameo yesterday, Dele. I was quite happy with what I saw from him. Obviously, he didn't end up actually getting a goal or assist at the end, but he nearly set up Son with a nice effort, who Son forced to save out the keeper. Yeah. Then he probably should have scored as well. He was through on goal, and I think he thought he was offside, but he was onside. He tried to finish it past the keeper. Keeper got a touch on it, and he ended up scrambling it away.
He came on.
Yeah, he should have probably scored that. Definitely should have scored that. I mean,
for me, you got to play to the whistle in those situations.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think he realised he screwed up after that. But I thought a few times he was looking dangerous. He had a few nice touches. Obviously, he did give the ball away a couple of times, but I thought it was a decent cameo, and he needs to start contributing if he's going to get back in the team, and it's difficult for him. You can see that yesterday, that even in our second team, he's behind Lamela at the moment. So I wonder what's going through his head. It's probably difficult, but he's just got to keep trying.
He's got to stay mentally strong.
Exactly, and if he gets back to the Dele we know, he'll definitely get back in that team, but it's going to be difficult for him.
Yeah. Moussa Sissoko also came on the 62nd minute for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. We gave him a 6. I mean, he is just standard Sissoko putting himself about. Not too much to note for me.
Yeah, solid display. It wasn't too difficult for him. I thought he was all right.
Yeah. Lo Celso and Jack Clark both came on in the last 10 minutes. We're not giving them a rating because they weren't on for long enough. But I was quite impressed with Jack Clark. Could have got a goal. Anything of note for Lo Celso for you?
I didn't really like him in that right position on the right-hand side of the attack. He's played there a few times for Spurs. Never really impressed me there. I like him a lot more in the centre. And yeah, I just thought he came on. I didn't have long, but when he was getting on the ball, he didn't do too well with it in that position. I don't like him there, but yeah, hopefully he gets back into the centre midfield.
Jose Mourinho, I mean, set up the team brilliantly. You got to say, 8 changes, and it didn't seem like we had made any changes really.
Yep.
You know, no Harry Kane, no Humans on the starting lineup. You win the game 3-0. The changes that he makes as well to bring Bale off, Lamela off, Højbjerg off, get them a bit of rest. You know, give Son, Ali, Sissoko, Lo Celso, Jack Clark even getting a few minutes. So I think, you know, you've got to give props to Jose Mourinho last night.
Yeah, the very fact that we made so many changes and it didn't even impact our team on the pitch and our performance just shows how well coached we are at the moment, and how everyone coming in definitely is fighting for a place, really. Everyone's battling for minutes on the pitch, and it's a really good environment at the moment for Spurs. And I feel like the fact that we didn't see a difference in performance the fact we didn't see a difference in performance shows how well Mourinho's getting his ideas across to the players, especially on the training pitch, because everyone seems to know what they're doing. Everyone seems to know their roles. Everyone in the team kind of slots in and knows where to be, and there's no kind of confusion. It wasn't really disjointed or anything. It was a pretty solid game. It wasn't the best performance in the world, but it was like you can see where what the team's trying to do, and you can see exactly the plan. And I think Jose is doing a really good job at the moment with the team. And it's unfortunate, I think the points haven't really reflected in the Premier League as to how good we've been. But I think give it time and it will start to do it.
I mean, we've seen it time and time again under Pochettino, under any other manager that's managed us in the Europa League. When we get to the group stages and we make a host of changes, you know, like you said, the performance becomes a bit disjointed. You know, you scrap past the game, maybe 1-0, maybe 2-1, you know, something like that. And there's no cohesion in the performance. But it's a different story now with the squad that we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a relationship. It's not just the quality of the depth, which is a big part of it, but it's also the coaching as well. Because even with quality depth, it's very easy for a new team to come in and people not to know their roles exactly, and for the performance to be disjointed, and for the performance to have gone as well slick as it did yesterday. It takes a lot of time on the training pitch to get that right, and you have to commend Mourinho with how he did that. And obviously we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season pans out, but at the moment I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing on the pitch, what I'm seeing from the players, and and the squad, what they're capable of. I'm very encouraged.
Yeah, definitely. That is your player ratings, 3-0 against LASK Linz. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with our player ratings, and if not, put your player ratings in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.